Attention, Philadelphia Eagles fans, get ready for a twist that's shaking up the NFL behind the scenes. But before we dive straight into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any hot updates about your favorite team. We're bringing you daily coverage of everything Eagles, and today's news is unmissable. Yes, Eagles fans, things are heating up behind the scenes. And it's no exaggeration to say there's a lot going on away from the spotlight. This week's organized team activities, OTAs, brought more than just basic drills. There were unexpected shifts, key players missing, and even trade rumors swirling. And believe it or not, some of these developments even caught Howie Roseman off guard. Before we dive into this sea of information, let me ask you this. Do you still believe Howie Roseman is the best GM to lead the Eagles back to a Super Bowl? If so, show your support with a like. If not, drop a Go Eagles in the comments. Because whether you love Howie or not, we all want to see this team win another championship. Now let's get to it. Day 2 of OTAs, held in late May, was eye-opening. The roster moves weren't just about testing players. We saw real signs of possible structural changes in the team, especially on defense. Starting with the secondary, rookie Cooper DeJean, out of Iowa, is being used in a very different way than many analysts expected. Instead of playing strictly as a nickel, he's also getting reps as an outside cornerback. That shows the coaching staff, led by Vic Fangio, is seriously considering expanding the rookie's role. And here's the interesting part. He wasn't used there just once. He lined up in base defense multiple times. Meanwhile, lining up next to Quinyon Mitchell was Adoree Jackson, not Kelee Ringo, as many had predicted. That decision shows that no one has a guaranteed spot. The competition is wide open, and Fangio wants to see who really deserves to be on the field. DeJean's versatility is a key factor. Many still view him as an ideal nickel, thanks to his sharp instincts and tackling ability. But if he can truly hold his own both inside and outside, the Eagles may have landed the most complete DB in the NFC East. On the other hand, some absences raised eyebrows. Nakobe Dean, still recovering from injury, didn't participate, but shared good news. He expects to be 100% ready by Week 1. He made it clear he's focused on recovering slowly and carefully, knowing this is a crucial year in his career. Now, one situation that caused quite a stir. Bryce Huff, the high-profile edge rusher, hasn't shown up for either of the voluntary sessions. That, of course, sparked rumors. Nothing is confirmed, but speculation is growing that something could happen after June 1st, maybe even a trade. And if he skips mandatory minicamp on June 10th, alarms will be ringing loudly. On offense, we got some good news. Jaylen Hunt looked extremely comfortable in Kevin Patullo's new scheme. He completed 20 of 21 passes in practice, a promising performance, especially since the new system isn't reinventing the wheel, just refining what already works. Dallas Goedert, for his part, went public to deny any trade rumors. Even though he's entering a contract year, he seems motivated and locked in to help this team go far. Meanwhile, names like Jalen Carter and Kelee Ringo didn't show up for a public event with other players, sparking some chatter, especially about Ringo, who appears to be falling down the depth chart. And pay attention to Jaylen Hunt. The second-year player stood out in practice with a simulated sack and showed both technical and mental growth in his interviews. He's watching film, mastering fundamentals, and could turn heads, especially if Huff is truly on his way out. These changes don't mean chaos. They're strategic adjustments. The Eagles are carefully reshaping the defense to be faster and more versatile. The offense is still sharp, and the team seems to be betting on continuity as the foundation to take the next step. Back to DeJean, the big question now is, will he be the starting outside corner or continue being tested in the nickel spot? That decision could shape the entire identity of the 2025 defense. If they move him outside, it's a bet on his athleticism to match up against the league's top receivers, a huge challenge. But if it works, his pairing with Quinyon Mitchell could become one of the best in the league. That decision also impacts other parts of the secondary. If DeJean stays outside, the nickel spot is up for grabs, potentially opening the door for Josiah Scott, or even C.J. Gardner-Johnson, depending on his hybrid role. Meanwhile, with Reed Blankenship absent, rookie Drew Makuba got some snaps with the starters. No reason to panic. Blankenship is still the favorite to start alongside Sidney Brown, but it shows the Eagles are investing heavily in depth, preparing for tough battles in the NFC. Finally, if Bryce Huff doesn't return, by June 10th, this situation could turn into the big drama of the summer in Philly. His future would affect not only the defensive line rotation, but also the team's salary cap. Still, you can't ignore the positive energy coming from guys like Jaylen Hunt, Hurts, and Goddard. This team isn't stuck. It's in transition, pushing its limits and reinforcing its foundation. That could be the difference maker in an increasingly competitive conference. Now, I want to hear from you. Where do you think Cooper DeJean should play? On the outside, going toe-to-toe with top receivers? Or in the nickel, using his instincts in the chaos of the middle field? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your answer might just define the new face of the Eagles' defense. Fly, Eagles, fly.